What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Takumo, aka Leo, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and it's going to be some news on gaming. Guys, this week was fucking crazy. I cursed in the first few minutes, but that's all right. This week was insane. So, a few things happened, right? Let's start with the meat and potatoes of everything that happened this week, and it's gonna be the Oblivion remake. It happened, fellas. It finally came out. We could not believe it that it is finally released. This is the game here. Obviously, there's a little bit of a launch trailer going on, but guys, if you guys never played Oblivion as kids or whenever it actually came out, which was 2006, back when it first came out, it was honestly a really great game. There were so many people that were still playing the original up till now, and the remake just came out, and so many people have been playing it. Right now, it's showing that there's 18,000 reviews on the game. Believe it or not, it even beat sales for Call of Duty, and that's because it was released on the Game Pass, which is insane. This game is honestly probably the best looking remaster we've had in a while. Now, kind of moving on to a little bit of bad news. So if you guys play on the Steam Deck as myself, so it's a little disappointing what's actually happening here. On the Steam Deck side of things, the game isn't really optimized to play. Here we're looking at the PC Games forum, and it says Oblivion Remastered doesn't deserve its Steam Deck verified status. Now, I haven't played it on the Steam Deck just because I haven't bought it on Steam yet. I just wanted to play it on the Game Pass just to actually see what the game was like. And honestly, I'm really liking it. But now that this news is coming out that it's not verified on the Steam Deck, I'm kind of debating on buying it. So there's a few games that are actually like this. One of the games is Assassin's Creed. When it released, it actually was verified on the Steam Deck, and you weren't able to actually play the game properly. There's a lot of bugs, and there's a lot of optimization issues. They're slowly kind of already releasing updates to fix everything, but as of right now, it doesn't look like it's actually going to be a quick fix as all the Steam Deck users actually thought. Oblivion, though, it is verified, and it's not running as well as people think. Here, it does kind of go over it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just give you guys my thoughts on it. If you guys do want to see this forum for yourself and just read upon it, you guys can. I'm just gonna give my opinion and what I think. So the Steam Deck really does run a lot of these games flawlessly. It runs Cyberpunk, like that's amazing. But there's a lot of games that have been coming out, and it's for a few different reasons that the game doesn't actually work on the Steam Deck. And one of the biggest reasons is the anti-cheat. So games like Rust, Rainbow Six, and Call of Duty, they don't work on the Steam Deck because the Steam Deck is running on Linux. If you guys didn't know, those anti-cheats are only made for Windows. They haven't really been ported any kind of way into the Linux. You gotta kind of make a virtual machine to play those games. Unfortunately, the Steam Deck doesn't have that power just yet, but a lot of the games that you do even want to play on the Steam Deck are mostly single player games. Right now, it is pretty disappointing that the one of the biggest single player games of the year, honestly, in my opinion, what it looks like is going to be this one, Oblivion. It's not going to be on the Steam Deck running very well just yet. If you are a Proton user on the Steam Deck, I've seen a lot of people say that it runs so much better than with just the regular build of the Steam Deck. So if that's the case, honestly, you should run it. I'm gonna continue just looking up more information on how to run it much better on the Steam Deck than what it actually is going right now. If you guys are curious on what the frame rate is, a lot of complaints are that the frames are not even hitting 60, and that's pretty bad coming from the Steam Deck, especially because there's a lot of games that are coming from the 360 era that are being emulated at 60 FPS, which is a really big jump compared to where we were a couple of years ago. And now for the second biggest thing that happened this week, the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order. Yeah, that's right, guys. Just the pre-order. The game system itself hasn't really came out yet. It will soon. They don't have a date of when it's coming out. Future Takumo here. They actually did release a date. It's June 5th. Here on Best Buy, it's actually just says coming soon, obviously. The pre-order is closed. There's places like GameStop where they only had like 10 pre-order copies available for the Nintendo Switch Mario World, and then 5 of the regular system itself. Obviously later on, as the system comes out, they're gonna actually make more systems than what are pre-ordered. Right now it's just whatever is pre-ordered. There was a lot of issues that were happening where their sites are actually getting crashed because of all the traffic that was going through. Turned out that practically everybody and their mom wanted to buy a Switch 2 in Japan, which is pretty crazy to hear, I'm not gonna lie. I know that Nintendo's based in Japan, but this is the first time that we've seen where, post-COVID that is, where all the sites are crashing to pre-order games. And obviously the scalpers had to get into it. The scalpers had to walk themselves right into it. They bought a pre-order and they're trying to make their money back. So this is a USD for $620. It is insane how much these people are actually trying to make off of this game system. It's pretty crazy too, because it is just a pre-order, and a lot of them are just saying that they'll ship you it will ship out the same day I receive it, which should be on June 5th 2025. So it is the pretty big deal that a lot of these scalpers have bought in the pre-order. It's pretty lame too, because they made it a very limited release just for the scalpers not to be able to get the system on hand. But here we are looking at a scalper. There is a lot of people that are combating this, and I think it's amazing. While they're combating this, they are actually creating quote-unquote fake listings. Now here it says Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle, but read the description. So we click the link and we scroll down, and this is what the description says. This is for the shown picture of the Mario Kart Nintendo Switch 2 bundle. Do not buy if you want a physical Nintendo Switch 2 console with Mario Kart. Only buy if you want a printed picture of a Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle. And this is huge because this is actually just trying to combat against all the scalpers. So the first couple of them are actually all just people trying to combat against the scalpers. So as you saw there, it was 400, 500, 270. People would easily see that and say, whoa, that's a great deal. But then you scroll down, and then it's when we finally get the scalpers. These are trending auctions here, and $690. Man, that is a crazy amount to pay. Here, read description. All of these people are actually trying their hardest to make the scalpers go away from the site, and their listings will be popping up, which is kind of a good thing but a very bad thing too, because if somebody gullible enough to not read the description and not see that it's just a picture, and they think it's a Nintendo Switch 2 that they're getting for pretty cheap, actually buys it, I mean, they kind of get lost out of a few $100, and it's a pretty big chunk of change too. Personally, for me, I don't know if I would be able to pay for this if it was just a quote-unquote picture. Obviously not worth it, right? But that is the news for today, fellas. If you guys did enjoy, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Peace. By the way, I'm gonna be making these videos every Friday and Monday.